Starbucks holds more cash on its app than 90% of American banks, and they hope you'll never spend it. That statement may sound surprising, so let's clarify it. Starbucks isn't a bank in the legal sense. You can't use a Starbucks card balance to pay your rent, transfer it to your cousin, or withdraw it as you would from a checking account, unless a specific law requires cashing out in certain locations. However, in business terms, Starbucks operates similarly to a bank in one significant way. It collects money from customers, holds it, uses it, and only pays it back later in the form of coffee and food. This is the hidden truth. Starbucks has quietly created one of the most successful deposit systems in America, and most people have no idea they are participating. Let's break down how this works, why it is so profitable, and why the real product may not be coffee at all. It could be trust. First, you need to understand the concept of the Starbucks wallet. When you load money onto the Starbucks app or purchase a Starbucks gift card, Starbucks receives cash today but owes you drinks and food later. On the company's balance sheet, this promise appears as a liability called stored value and deferred revenue. This customer's money pile is substantial. In Starbucks' fiscal 2025 reporting, the balance of stored value cards and loyalty programs totaled approximately $1.75 billion. This figure is not just a marketing stat. It represents real money that customers have already handed over, sitting within Starbucks' system, ready to be converted into future lattes. Now, here's where the comparison to banks comes into play. Many U.S. banks are small community banks, and some analyses suggest that Starbucks' stored balances exceed the total deposits of many chartered banks. One report noted that it exceeded the deposits managed by about 85% of chartered banks. While the hook may be enticing, the core idea is accurate. Starbucks is holding a pool of customer money that rivals that of thousands of smaller banks. Here's the next twist. Starbucks pays you almost nothing for this. You earn no interest and receive few rewards that cost them much in cash. Instead, Starbucks offers you stars, convenience, and a sense of progress. The app makes you feel like you're saving time and earning something extra. In banking terms, Starbucks has collected deposits at a near zero interest rate. This is an incredible advantage. So what does Starbucks do with that money? This is where the business model becomes impressive. Starbucks can use that cash as working capital. It helps fund operations, manage cash flow, and reduce the need to borrow. It's akin to receiving an interest-free loan from millions of customers who are happy to provide it because they think, "I'm going to buy coffee anyway." MarketWatch described it well. Customers are essentially giving Starbucks an interest-free loan until they redeem it. However, Starbucks benefits not only from holding this money, but also from something even more advantageous. Some of that money remains unspent. Many people dislike this as it feels like a trick. This unredeemed portion is known as breakage. Breakage refers to the money on gift cards or stored value that, based on historical data, is not expected to be used. Starbucks recognizes some of this as revenue over time as redemptions occur. In other words, some customers load money onto their accounts, forget about it, lose the card, stop using the app, or leave behind a small balance that they never spend. When you multiply that across millions of users, it adds up to significant profit. MarketWatch reported breakage revenue figures in the hundreds of millions for a recent year, highlighting how meaningful this can be in relation to overall profit, especially since the associated costs are minimal. In summary, Starbucks gains value in three key ways. It receives cash upfront, which strengthens the business immediately. It benefits from delayed spending, allowing Starbucks to plan and operate with more certainty. It earns a percentage of never spent money that eventually becomes revenue. Now let's consider the broader question. Why do people keep money in a coffee app in the first place? Starbucks doesn't sell coffee like a typical retailer. Instead, it sells a routine, speed, identity, and comfort, all wrapped up in an app that feels interactive and engaging. Here's the psychological loop at play. You walk in, scan your app, and earn stars. You think, "I'm getting something back," which encourages you to choose Starbucks again the next day. The app's seamless experience leads you to preload money, and at that moment, Starbucks wins. When you preload, your next coffee purchase feels less like a new decision and more like spending money you've already set aside. This is also the reason gift cards are so effective. Gift cards not only lock in future spending, but also reduce price sensitivity. Once the money is inside the Starbucks world, you are less likely to compare alternatives. That's why Starbucks has successfully turned loyalty into a powerful financial engine. If you're thinking, okay, but banks do more than just hold money, you're right. Here's what Starbucks doesn't do. Starbucks doesn't need to pay deposit insurance. It doesn't have to meet bank capital requirements or follow strict lending rules. Instead, Starbucks gets a deposit-like pool of customer cash without the heavy cost structure of a real bank. This is why some people call it the Bank of Starbucks. But it gets even smarter. The app isn't just a wallet, it's a data powerhouse. Every scan and purchase provides Starbucks with insights into who you are, what you like, when you buy, what you switch to when prices rise, and what promotions motivate your purchases. While a regular bank sees transactions from thousands of places, Starbucks can track detailed, high-frequency data from a single location. This capability allows Starbucks to influence your behavior through offers, reminders, seasonal items, and limited-time promotions, keeping you coming back. This reveals an important insight. Starbucks is not only selling coffee, it's creating a closed-loop economy. Within this economy, Starbucks controls pricing, rewards, urgency, the store experience, and the app experience. It even manages the emotional connection you have with the brand. When you control the loop, you control the flow of money. Now, let's revisit the idea that they are praying you never spend it. This isn't literally true because Starbucks still wants you to buy coffee. They want you to visit frequently, redeem your rewards, and keep coming back. However, there is a deeper truth. Starbucks benefits when you don't redeem everything quickly, and they profit when some customers never redeem their full balance. So they're not hoping you won't spend. Instead, they prefer that you spend slowly, predictably, and habitually. They are also fine if a portion of your balance goes unspent. This is how a coffee app starts to function like a financial product. It depends on your perspective. From a business standpoint, it's brilliant. Starbucks has turned customer loyalty into consistent cash flow, strengthening its business. From a customer's perspective, it serves as a cautionary tale. When you preload money into a closed system, you reduce your flexibility and limit your options. You essentially tell your future self, I'm already committed. Companies like retailers and ride-sharing apps now create their own wallets to keep money within their ecosystems. Starbucks exemplifies how habit formation fosters repeat business. By engaging customers through their app, Starbucks can collect funds early, predict demand, and drive growth. While taste plays a role, habitual use is crucial. Imagine if Starbucks operated a second business for customer deposits, leading to predictable profits from unspent balances. This model turns the Starbucks app into a powerful tool, similar to a bank, leveraging customer behavior. If you're interested in how Starbucks encourages preloading money and tips for avoiding closed-loop spending, let me know.